If you're a football fan, whether it's the NFL or your kids' team, then chances are you've heard more in recent years about the dangers of concussions. And now a new Will Smith movie opening tomorrow is about to draw a lot more attention to exactly what happens to a player's brain in this game. I got the chance to sit down with Will Smith to ask him about the movie titled Concussion that could change the way the game is played. In the movie Concussion, Will Smith plays Dr. Bennett Omalu, a doctor who grew up in Africa, but whose work in America led him to make a disturbing discovery about what football can do to players' minds.
Repetitive head trauma chokes the brain. It turns you into someone else.
The movie chronicles how the NFL resisted the doctor's work, fearing it would kill public enthusiasm for the sport, which is a multi-billion-dollar industry.
They're terrified of you. You're going to war with a corporation that owns a day of the week.
So how did one of America's favorite actors end up in a movie that raises serious questions about America's favorite sport?
Patrick Nolan.
I just love hearing that name.
I know.
I recently got the chance to ask Will Smith face to face. You're playing this doctor who was portrayed as a spoiler by a lot of people when he initially said, hey, this is a serious problem. Do you think some people might see you that way?
3 or 4 years ago, maybe. I think just the headlines of the last 12 to 18 months around CTE have taken the film from being a revelation of new information to essentially being a compilation of the accepted reality.
When he mentions CTE, he's talking about chronic traumatic encephalopathy, the condition the doctor named, but as the movie suggests, may not have been a brand new discovery for the NFL.
The NFL has known about the concussion issue for years.
And Will Smith tells me, like most Americans, he didn't know much about the issue for a long time either. But once he did, it was time to act. Why was it so important for you to make this film?
I think people have to have the information.
Information that nearly cost the doctor Will Smith plays everything.
Drop it, or they'll be doing your autopsy, Mr. Omalu.
But whose commitment to the players
We must honor our warriors.
and their right to know the risks
Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
ultimately prevailed.
It's not medicine, it actually, it's actually a beautiful film about a beautiful man, and then this becomes just another element that you can take away with it.
Thanks so much for talking with us.
Thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas with Will Smith on Fox 4. Concussion opens in theaters everywhere tomorrow, and tomorrow night on Fox 4 News at 10, more of my interview with Will Smith as I ask him a more personal question. What did it feel like as a dad, as a football dad, when you realized this can really jack up a brain? Hear his answer and his advice when I ask him what he would tell football parents here in Southwest Florida, given all he knows about football concussions now. That's tomorrow night on Fox 4 News at 10. One of the big issues the movie raises is whether NFL players and their families have been kept in the dark by the NFL about the seriousness of concussion risks in the game. So the studio behind the movie, Sony Pictures, is making sure they get the chance to see the film for free. Sony Pictures is offering players and one guest free admission to the movie, which again opens tomorrow, and it'll go through the whole time the movie's in the theaters. All they have to do is present their NFL Players Association membership card at any Cinemark theater nationwide.